Hello again, grade 1. Let's continue our lesson. People and places. We said that people live in one kind of community or different kinds of communities. Yes, different kind of communities. Type. The first kind, a city. The second kind, a town. The third kind, a farm. Type. Now we will talk about a new topic. A shelter. Repeat. A shelter. Shelters like home. Shelters like what? Home. It's our home. Our home called a shelter. Our home called a shelter. يبقى again, a shelter is a home. A shelter is a home. Some people live in apartments like this building. Here in this picture, we can see so many floors, and each floor has apartments. يبقى like the places we live in apartment. We live in a house or an apartment. Yes, apartment. This building have so many apartments. Each one have its own apartment. يبقى we live in apartments. These apartments called what? A shelter. This apartment or home called what? A shelter. The second kind of shelters, people live in houses like this. Houses. Repeat. Houses. These houses is another kind of shelter. يبقى shelter is a home. People have so many different kind of homes. People live in houses, people live in apartments. يبقى shelter is a home. Shelter is a home. Some people live in apartments, like this picture we can see. A very tall building have so many apartments. Each person have its own apartment. يبقى apartment and houses. Apartment and houses. This called what? A shelter. This called what? A shelter. A shelter is a home. A shelter is a home. Transportation. Again, transportation. A transportation is any way of moving people and things from place to place. What did this mean? Transportation is a way that I use to move from a place to another place. I may use a bicycle or a motorbike or a car or a taxi, a bus. This is called what? A transportation. Transportation. Repeat. Transportation. Transportation is any way of moving people and things from place to place, like a bicycle, a car, a motorbike, a ship, airplane, a taxi, a bus. This called what? Transportation. Again, transportation. Transportation, something we use to move from a place to place. Like how you can go to your school. Some of you go to school by bus, others go to school by cars. This is called what? Transportation. Again, transportation. Transportation can be by land, water, or air. Some people travel from place to place, from country to country, from a city to another city. They want to travel, but how can they travel? Some people use air to travel from a country to another country. So they will use which transportation? Yes, airplane. Airplane fly in the air. Other people use land to move from place to place. Like what? Like cars, buses. This is another kind of transportation. They can be by land. يبقى airplane be by air and bus, cars be by land. The last transportation by water is a ship or a boat. Again, يبقى transportation can be by land like cars, buses. Transportation can be by water like ship. Transportation can be by air like airplane. Thank you so much.